Not today, Donald. Not tomorrow, Donald. Not ever, Donald. That's what the Prime Minister of the Bahamas is telling Donald Trump, strongly rejecting any proposal by Donald Trump's transition team of saying that when they do bloody mass deportations, they're going to ship the people they're deporting to the Bahamas. We're also seeing the same type of reaction in Panama and other places, that Donald Trump and his transition teams thinks that they can simply just take people and put them places. Of course, we also reported here on the MeidasTouch network that the very powerful president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum, immediately rejected Donald Trump sending people to Mexico who are not Mexican, protecting the sovereignty of her country. We're seeing people step up and stand up against Donald Trump. So here's how it's being reported. The Prime Minister, Philip Brave Davis of the Bahamas, firmly rejected the proposal from the United States President-elect Donald Trump's transition team for the Bahamas to be used as a hub to put people who Donald Trump wants to deport. He says it's absolutely not happening. Here's one of the aides, one of the ministers there, saying the following. The Office of the Prime Minister wishes to address recent reports regarding a proposal from the Trump transition team in the United States for the Bahamas to accept deportation flights of migrants from other countries. This matter was presented to the government of the Bahamas, but was reviewed and firmly rejected by the Prime Minister. And so Donald Trump's transition team has been doing this, not just with the Bahamas, but with the Turks and Caicos, with Panama, with Grenada, with all of these other countries as well. Donald Trump saying, look, we're going to use your countries. We don't care if we're deporting people who aren't from your countries. We're going to throw people in your countries. And the countries are saying, absolutely not. You're not throwing them in our country. This was the formal statement from the office of the Prime Minister right here, saying it absolutely isn't going to happen. What's notable, too, is that the Prime Minister of the Bahamas, Philip Brave Davis, when he was congratulating Donald Trump after the election on November 6th, one of the things he made very clear is, hey, Donald, you should remember the, quote, unique bond built on friendship and respect. I look forward to working together to straighten this relationship and building on areas of mutual interest. Notice how Prime Minister Davis of the Bahamas uses that language, friendship, but respect. In other words, don't disrespect us. And when Prime Minister Davis felt disrespected, he immediately pushed back and said, absolutely not. I want to talk about the broader geopolitical developments, though, that are taking place in the Bahamas, that are taking place in other areas in South America as well, regarding how China is doing the exact opposite approach of Donald Trump. And a lot of the stuff that China did to build these relationships with countries in South America, with Caribbean islands as well, as part of their Belt and Road Initiative. This stuff took place during the first Trump administration as well. And so while Trump is threatening and bullying, China is using that to exploit the bullying and to say to these countries in the Caribbean and also to South American countries and Central American countries, look, America's going to bully you. We're here to help you. And even if you think it's propaganda or whatever, it's going to be more effective when Donald Trump's like, you know what, we want to use your country to drop people who aren't even from your country. So take a look at this as well. This is from January 1st, 2021. One of the things that we know is that China acquired Bird Cay, which is an island right off the Bahamas. Strategically, it's at the north end of the deepest passageway where the U.S. Navy conducts some of its most important nuclear submarine navigation drills. And that purchase, all of that was taking place as well. You see right there, January 1st, 2021. Right? Guess who was still in office at that time? Yes, Donald Trump was still in office at that time. And Kyle Bastas at Secretary Pompeo, at U.S. Navy, at U.S. Navy SEALs. So for all of the tough talk, while Donald Trump, right before the January 6, 2021 insurrection, what's going on? China is acquiring Bird K. And as Kyle Bass says, there's enormous earth-moving equipment cutting a road runway the entire length of the island. The size of the equipment is not commensurate with the stated ambition of the Chinese owner, who says he wants a few small resort cabins on the property for rent. We need to monitor this island. But you never heard Donald Trump talking about that at all, right? For all of the tough language in China, Donald Trump, on the other hand, was paying taxes in China while he was not paying taxes here in the United States. I want to show this for you as well, because this is Lou Dobbs. He used to be a MAGA extremist, as MAGA as you get. He used to be a host on Fox. And here's what he said. He said, China, he's speaking to someone, he goes, China is making these investments in the Bahamas, the one I talked about. It will end up being a base for their military. We could have a Chinese naval port less than 90 miles from us. The Chinese are going to put a lot of money into this, and we need to put in more. All right, well, guess when that was taking place? September 6th of 2019 as well. This was all known at the time. And you like how Lou Dobbs is like, hashtag MAGA, hashtag Dobbs. Trump was in office when this was taking place. Here, let me just show you this video. Let's play it.
And first, the idea that China would seek to have significant influence and has been seeking to establish significant influence in the Bahamas and, in fact, through the Caribbean.
Yeah, we don't have to speculate, Lou. We know that Chinese investment in the Bahamas is significant. There's a $3 billion investment into
Yes, we just went through that. We just went through that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just enormous investment. And this investment is the type that probably will end up being bases for the Chinese military, especially the Navy. We could have a Chinese naval port less than 90 miles from Palm Beach. So we know the Chinese are going to put a lot of money into the Bahamas because of this disaster. And we've just got to put in much more. We've got to show them that this is the United States and this is our backyard, and we're not letting them in.
The holidays are all about surprises, right? Well, today's sponsor, OneSkin, is really taking that to heart. As the first company to target skin aging at the cellular level, OneSkin wants to give you the perfect gift of healthy aging free. Throughout the month of December, you'll get a free travel-size product valued at up to $42 with every purchase. The best part, you'll get a different gift each week. The difference between OneSkin's products and others on the market is that OneSkin is formulated with their proprietary OS01 peptide. This is a peptide the four founders, who are all skin longevity scientists, developed after testing 900 other ingredients. And it's scientifically proven to switch off the aging dysfunctional cells that cause lines, wrinkles, and thinning skin. So whether you're on the hunt for the perfect gift or treating yourself, now is the perfect time to try OneSkin. Because as a reminder, with every new purchase this month, you'll receive a free travel size product, and it changes each week, so there's always a surprise gift waiting for you. For a limited time, save 15% with our code MeiDAS, MEIDAS, when you check out at oneskin.co. This holiday season, invest in your skin's long-term health, because healthy aging is a gift. I've been using the OS01 face topical and eye topical, and the results have been amazing. My skin feels healthier, smoother, and more resilient. OS01 works at the cellular level to improve key aging biomarkers while reducing the visible signs of aging, including lines, wrinkles, and sagging skin. And I've seen it firsthand. People have even been telling me I look less tired since I started using the eye topical. Founded and led by an all-woman team of skin longevity scientists, OneSkin is redefining the aging process with their proprietary OS01 peptide, the first ingredient proven to help skin look, feel, and behave like its younger self. Get 15% off with code MeiDAS, MEIDAS, at oneskin.co. That's 15% off at oneskin.co with code MeiDAS, MEIDAS. After you purchase, they're going to ask where you heard about them, so please support our show and tell them we sent you. Invest in the health and longevity of your skin with OneSkin. Your future self will thank you.
And as Donald Trump is bullying the Bahamas, bullying Panama, bullying Turks and Caicos, just take a look at the types of stuff that they're posting in China. I'm not showing you this to spread propaganda in China. I want to let you know the contrast in the language that's being used, so you see how China is exploiting America's bullying by saying, hey, we just want to invest. We respect your culture. We respect your diversity. Take a look at this. On December 2nd, 2024, the China Chinese ambassador to the Bahamas, Yan Zhairong, attended the Disability Awareness Week event jointly organized by the Bahamas National Commission for Persons with Disabilities and the Department of Social Services, right? I guess MAGA would view an event like that as what? Being too woke? Take a look at this headline from July 12, 2021. More Chinese investment made in RMB to the Bahamas for infrastructure. Bahamas is often overlooked as a destination for major Chinese investment. And we see here, for example, the Bahamas government signed, here's another multi-million-dollar economic and technical agreement with China right there. This is from October 29, 2024. Now look, this is Chinese propaganda right here, but I want to show you, again, what China is doing right here to build on divisions with the United States that Donald Trump is falling right into. Take a look at this. And this is regarding Bahamas and Panama and other countries, both in the Caribbean, South America, Central America. To break the past of unilateral interventions by the United States, Panama should look to more humanist, multilateral mechanisms such as BRICS, said Julio Yao, a Panama-based international relations expert. Remember, we talked about BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and a bunch of other countries, South American countries that are joining. The BRICS are reaching out. They are saying, look, if Trump's going to bully you, Mexico, if Trump's going to bully you, Panama, join the BRICS and we're going to take care of you. And one of the places that Donald Trump says he wants to dump human beings who he engages the mass deportations at, who he targets with mass deportations, is also in Panama. But I want to reflect on this as well. Back in June of 2017, June 13, 2017 to be specific, Panama established formal ties. It opened up diplomatic relations with China, ditching Taiwan in a big win for Beijing, a big win for President Xi. So take a look at that. That's when Donald Trump was in office. You have China establishing these ties with Panama. They're thinking long term. They're playing 4-dimensional, 5-dimensional chess while Donald Trump is posting social media stuff of himself threatening to annex one of our greatest allies in Canada, or Donald Trump making late night social media posts saying that he's going to impose 100% tariffs on BRICS nations, which is going to make people go more towards BRICS, because the whole thesis is, look at America, look how erratic they are, look how bad they're being. Shortly after Panama announced that it was moving away from Taiwan towards Beijing while Trump was in office, there was a China-Panama forum exploring bilateral business opportunities after a little over a month when the two countries established diplomatic ties. And here I want to show you right here. This is from, again, this is kind of propaganda from China, but I'm showing it solely for the purpose of education so you can see how China is utilizing investments for its Belt and Road Initiative to pour money into these areas versus bully them the way Donald Trump is. Just watch this. I'll keep it very short. Let's play it.
The Panama-China Trade and Investment Forum opened in Panama City on Monday to explore bilateral business opportunities. The event took place a little over a month since the two countries established diplomatic ties. Some 40 Chinese business leaders met with 30 of their Panamanian counterparts at the forum held in the city's financial district. Wang Weihua, chargé d'affaires at China's embassy in Panama, told the gathering he hoped the forum will lead to new trade and investment cooperation between the two nations.
Las ventajas que Panamá posee en cuanto a su ubicación geográfica, en cuanto a todas las condiciones que reúne para ofrecer a los empresarios e inversionistas chinos son incomparables. Y China considera a Panamá siempre un socio comercial confiable en Centroamérica y en toda América Latina.
Panama is China's largest Central American trade partner, with some 30 Chinese companies operating around the country. which received Chinese foreign direct investment of $230 million in 2016.
And we saw this during Trump 1. For example, President Xi arrived in Panama for a state visit on December 2nd of 2018, which was the first of its kind since China and the Central American country established diplomatic relations in June 2017. Here's some of the other information that China put out. Bold infrastructure expansion in Panama, bridge building and road projects in the Darien Gap, extensive road systems built by China and significant investments in Panama, and to open and pave the Darien Gap and witness the construction of massive concrete and steel highways. I mean, I want you to think about what they're trying to do there, especially in areas like the Panama Canal. Why are they doing that? So given the Panama Canal being the critical key trade route, just think about it. You're going to bully Panama and say you're going to dump migrants who you're mass deporting in this in this kind of human trafficking mill that you want to run, Trump, and dump people in Panama, dump people in Peru. How do you, these are countries, and they have an opportunity to cut deals with people like China and Russia. Like, what are you doing here? So here it's China's conquest of Latin America. China's economic and strategic presence in Latin America grows through trade, investments, and the Belt and Road Initiative, also exemplified by the Chanque Port project in Peru as well. Two Chinese enterprises have won the bid of a fourth bridge over the Panama Canal with a contract price of $1.42 billion, one of the most important engineering programs in Panama and Central America, and also the biggest bridge project that Chinese enterprises have ever won in the region. That's being put out by the People's Daily in China right there. But you see them saying that this is a bridge over the Panama, like right there by the Panama Canal that they're controlling. So I just want to show you what's going on. And this is why geopolitical diplomacy and international diplomacy is handled with care and tact, and President Biden strengthening allies while Donald Trump is posting videos of himself or posting photos of himself pretending to annex Canada. It's so different, but this has real world ramifications as well of now China moving in and establishing strategic military spots, strategic investments. You get it? Hit subscribe. Let's get to 4 million subscribers together.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.